Hello, everyone, and welcome to my basically end of January slash beginning of February update video for the channel. Um, so, it's been a pretty crazy month, if you couldn't tell already. Um, where, there has been a lot that has happened. And there has been a lot of, with the room flooding and stuff like that. Pretty much the forefront of this is what is going to happen with Persona because I have not resumed that game. I think probably the best thing for now is I'm probably gonna resume it this Sunday, but I'm kind of still making up my mind on the matter. I guess it really depends on how I feel about it. But it's kind of up in the air, like what I'm gonna do there. Because now at this point it's like I'm way out of practice with the game, and I haven't played it since before the room flooded and things like that. And it's been, it's just kind of been all over the place. I did finish Partners in Time a while back, and I have started Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door 64, which is a mod of the original Paper Mario, which is basically it's basically what this is the Paper Mario game, but with Thousand Year Door mechanics and with quite a few Thousand Year Door items, and with just various other quality of life changes and whatnot there. So basically, yeah, it's a fun project. I've had a blast with it, and I'm almost done with it. In fact, there's probably only like maybe 2 more streams, maybe 3 at the maximum. Cause it's like I'm almost done with that. Um, but yeah, basically, yeah, that's gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. So, the question now arises, it's like, what am I gonna be doing after that? My plan is probably Luigi's Mansion, possibly. Um, but yeah, I gotta order a copy of that. But it's been really kind of difficult because money has been like super tight, and yeah, money has been super tight, and it's definitely been it's definitely been a struggle to, try to, stay afloat basically. And like I said, it's been incredibly difficult to stay afloat with everything that has been going on. And it's, it really freaking, it sucks. It really sucks with everything that has been going on. But honestly, um, I think I'm maybe starting to finally get my bearings back down for everything. But yeah, I've had a few major expenses. Like with my car insurance and my car payment and the tires and pretty much anything and everything else. Like it's been a pretty rough time trying to, excuse me, trying to have the money to, be able to um do anything, because like it seems like right after I get my paycheck I end up being broke, because it's like I'm saving up for new tires and all that stuff. It's just been a nightmare. And pretty much life in general has been, for lack of a better word, an absolute nightmare. And yeah, it's just been chaos. Um, and I'm just trying to look up, copies of Luigi's Mansion right now, but oh boy, they are a bit spendy. Let's just say that they are a bit on the spendy side, but and then a lot of them seem to be arriving like super late. Um, but yeah, it's just like I don't know. I It's just been it's just been a crazy fucking mess. Um, with everything going on in not only my my personal life and my work life and everything else. Um, but it's just been yeah, it's just been a fucking nightmare with literally everything, anything and everything that is possible. And in terms of my personal life has been rather rather messy too. And I thought that at the end it was going to be it was I thought that at the beginning of 2025 things were going to change, and change for the better, hopefully. But honestly, I feel like not a whole lot has changed. So yeah, currently, this is honestly, it's still really shocking to me that this all has even gone down, and it seems like a lot of people have very differing opinions on this matter in my family. Um, but yeah, yesterday morning, um, Thursday morning, um, my Aunt Kathy tried to kill herself. She tried, she tried to end her life. She tried, or she drank a whole bottle of Benadryl. She took an entire bottle of Valium, and then there was a half empty bottle of Valium that she had also taken, and the other part of the Valium, part of the pills were like lined up on her dresser, along with pictures of my cousin Sarah. And yeah, it was it was horrible, and I literally like it. I'm still pretty speechless about the whole thing, and my only question that I really have is why. And that's really my main question is why. And I'm pretty numb about it right now because I went to one of my friends and just absolutely freaking bawled my eyes out about it already. um I absolutely bawled my eyes out. um and it was hard. It was such a blind side that I was never expecting. And it always goes to show, like, expect the unexpected. Like, I never would have thought that she would have tried ending her life. um and the worst part was that to me, it didn't seem like there were any warning signs. At least there were no warning signs that I was aware of. However, I guess some of her bus driver coworkers slash friends kind of figured that something was up and that she was planning on doing something. And I kept hearing that it was planned. And I'm just like, I don't know, because I really, like I said, I don't know. It was such a blind side to me, but apparently to her coworkers and to a few other people, it did not come as a surprise to them, and that she was planning this. And it's like, a part of me actually feels horrible because in one of my last streams of the Thousand Year Door 64, I was actually talking about yeah, I was actually talking about, what I had said about about her, and about the treatment of my grandma that she had been giving her and whatnot. And it was like, part of me just felt absolutely horrible because I felt like it was my fault. But when I was talking to my cousin Sarah, she basically reassured me that what I had said had absolutely nothing to do um with why she did it. And that even if I didn't explain everything in detail the way that I did mere hours before her trying to kill herself, like literally hours, like it was like 3 in the morning. I did the stream at like 3:45 in the morning, and I guess she tried at about 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. And it was literally mere hours. I was probably actually streaming at the time when she was found. And it just life is crazy, and life is precious. And and that this is just emphasizing that to me even more than ever before. Like, I had already lost, my work best friend Terry back in July of last year. And, it really emphasized to me the point that, life is precious and that tomorrow is never promised, and you never know what is going to happen to anybody that is in your life. And it was just, very much made abundantly clear once again to me that that is the case. And hopefully Um, I hope that, I hope, and my cousin Sarah hopes, and all of us hope that a lot of this, that her, suicide attempt and almost dying, and all of this stuff that is, going on, is a huge wake up call for her. Because me, my grandma, my cousin, surprisingly enough, and multiple other people were, basically saying that her mental health, it was just deteriorating, and no one really recognized it. And I feel, in part, I feel like I wish I had recognized it a bit sooner than what I did. That her mental health was deteriorating, and the worst part was, nobody wanted to speak up, because, like, if you tried saying anything to her, about it at all, um, that that you would basically just get shut down, and that, that she would deny it. But, overall, it's like you couldn't really help, because I don't think she felt like she needed the help. But I hope that, when this, this after this, I think she will realize that, yes, she is really going to need help from this. Um, she's really going to need mental help. And I think pretty much everybody is in agreement with that, after this, she is going to be needing to see a therapist, a psychologist. And I'm going to probably emphasize to her that, when I visit her, that there is nothing wrong with that, because I go to a psychologist for, my own mental issues that I have, because, and this is probably part of, where, kind of some friction is regarding on the whole thing of it, being selfish. What she did being selfish comes into play. I personally disagree on the sentiment about, thinking she's selfish, because of the fact that I've been there. I have been there. I have attempted suicide myself. So that is where I'm coming from that, when, it kind of it almost angers me when people are saying that, she's being selfish in that regard, because it's like, you don't know what it's like unless you have been in those shoes. And that's what angers me so much. And there is like a huge stigma that that surrounds a suicide attempt. And it just, it's very prevalent, and it angers me. And I would like to think that, throughout all this, I'm probably going to be one of the only people that that she's talked to, if not probably the only person that she's going to be talking to, that does not think that it's selfish and feels the way that I do about it. But it's like, at the, basically at the end of the day, some of the things that she did, especially to my grandma, everybody is pretty much in agreement. So it was completely inexcusable, and it was wrong. But nobody wished death or any ill will or anything of that nature on her. I know, I sure in the hell would never, 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 ever wish death on her. As much as she pissed me the fuck off, and as much, as, I wanted to, like, yell at her and beat the crap out of her for, the treatment, I absolutely never wished death on her, because I would never wish death on anybody. That's just not who I am. And like I said, I would never, ever, ever wish death on anybody, because that is just not who I am as a person. And, it's just like, and I think, those demons, and this is the main reason why I think that she wasn't being selfish. I think it was those, those demons that she had in her that was telling her this stuff, that nobody cared, and that, people wanted her dead. And, it's just like, and I feel like, out of, pretty much everybody that I've spoken to about it, I'm the only one that gets it, because I've been in those shoes. So, yeah, that's the main reason why I feel the way I feel about it. And, pretty much what I've said to everybody regarding this is, feel how you want to feel. You are not going to change my opinion on the matter, and I'm not going to try to change yours on the matter. I will shove my opinion down your throat about it, absolutely. If you're, because it's a very personal subject to me, and that's that. And that's my main reason why I'm gonna really emphasize my opinion to people, even if they're not asking for it. I really don't care. But yeah. Anyways, oh man, that was a pretty long rant. Wow. I probably spent most of this video just talking about that. Well, it seems like every time I do an update on on my channel regarding, updates for the channel, I end up going up on a life update. So, yeah, that's that. So anyways, let's get back on track here. Yeah, I'm planning on resuming Persona, hopefully this Sunday, but I'm not positive. It really depends on how I feel on the matter there. And after Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door 64 is done, I'm most likely going to be doing Luigi's Mansion. So finally I'll be taking a little bit of a break from the RPG genre, because the past couple months I've been playing nothing but RPGs. And I think it's probably time for a little bit of a break from the RPG genre. So yeah, I'll be playing Luigi's Mansion, which is, from what I hear, it's actually a pretty short game. I've never played it before, and I'm actually really looking forward to play it. And it surprises me that I've never played a game like I played a tiny bit of Dark Moon, but I have never played the original Luigi's Mansion, and I really I really want to play it, because Comet, why are you standing in front of the light, or sitting in front of the light? You're making me look really weird. Like, because the lighting is super weird in here, and it makes me look really weird. I'll look ghastly almost. There we go. My color is back. But yeah, I'm surprised, because it's like I really like spooky themes in like video games and stuff like that. Like my favorite chapters and places, or favorite locations and places, are like the spooky places. So it's like, it's really surprising, how I haven't even bothered playing Luigi's Mansion. But the wait for that won't be much longer, because I will be playing Luigi's Mansion. And it's a project that I've been literally talking about doing for God knows how long. because it's just a game that I've been talking about doing for a long time, and I've never gotten to it, and now I am finally going to get to it. When that will start, I'm hoping by probably Wednesday of next week. However, the big however is, like, when the hell am I gonna get it, though, is my main question, because I gotta wait for it to actually get here in order to play it. And I honestly don't trust a freaking GameCube emulator to work too well on this PC, because if you couldn't tell already, the N64 emulator, specifically with Paper Mario, sometimes chugs a little bit, and sometimes it chugs. And it's just like, you gotta be kidding me. And it's like, I don't understand why, because it's like Mario Star Road didn't do that. I don't understand why the Paper Mario does that. But apparently other people have that same issue, so maybe it's just the ROM, possibly? I don't know. And then another thing is that I guess I didn't get the most up-to-date version of the ROM. So there's one area that I can't even access because I don't have the correct version to be able to access that area. And I'm just like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Like, I was so mad, but I'm not going to be fucking doing a shit ton of, doing everything all over again just for, just for fucking, freaking, Shine Sprite. Like, I'm not doing that. No way. And I just think that's ridiculous. So, yep. That is my opinion on the matter. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for... Yep, I think that's pretty much it for that matter. And that's pretty much it for this video. So anyways, I hope this answers any questions and everything else. But to basically sum it up, I'm planning on resuming Persona on Sunday. Gonna be wrapping up Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door 64 pretty soon. And then I'll be starting Luigi's Mansion. Oh, and then I guess what will I be doing after Persona? That I don't know yet. I gotta actually finish Persona in order to get to there. So that will probably be in February's update video. So yeah, anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Much appreciated. And oh, and then oh my gosh, I keep forgetting stuff. See, my mind is just not all here. Yep, and another thing, daily uploads will be coming back. It won't be every other day anymore. It'll be daily uploads again. So, yeah, there you go. Anyways, I'm done. I'm ready for bed. Thank you. Goodbye.